Hey there. Well, I probably shouldn't have used some of the language that I used in my last video. I shouldn't have said the phrase white supremacist patriarchy. I shouldn't have said it. I should have just went into more detail as to avoid saying that phrase. Normally I would have went into that, but it's just grown tiresome having to re-explain something all the time. And when I say patriarchy, I'm not meaning like some heavy-duty patriarchy like you find in the Middle East. It's more like patriarchy light. We just have a few leftovers, and to me they need to be said, you know? These are still some of the things that women deal with. And, you know, this feeling like they should have they should feel guilty for not being submissive. And it's especially when someone grows up in a Bible-based religious household, or I'll just say an Abrahamic religious household. And so people are saying, oh, well, you're attacking my religion, is essentially what the argument is now. Oh, why don't you attack Islam more? And the reason is that it doesn't really have any power. They only make up like 0.9% of the population. You know, it's tiny. They don't have a huge effect. Now, granted, the people that are brought up under it suffer. So I'm not saying it shouldn't be talked about. You know, Islam is quite the bundle of spikes, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, as far as if I was to just judge religions as on the non-harmful on one end and completely awful on the other, Islam is the closest to being completely awful as it can possibly get out of the things that we have in popular religions. Yeah, I'd put Islam as being the worst one. It's the most oppressive. Why I have to say that? In order to be able to say negative things about Christianity? You know, I don't know. But that seems to be the way it is. So, yes, I say that Islam is far worse. Okay. Now what? Now how are we going to deal with issues that, and sorry about the heater sound, how are we going to deal with issues that are significantly affecting this country? You know, if we were talking about Islam in the Middle East, yeah, it very, very negatively affects a lot of people. And you're not even allowed to speak against it, you know? I'm not sure where I was going now. And that's all right. But, yeah, I'm sorry I used the language that I did in that video. Sorry about that. I'll try to just explain it more rather than use that language again, because that language very much turns people off. They'd really rather not hear it, because a lot of the feminists scream that all the time. You know, as soon as people say that phrase, people stop listening. So, anyway.